Good morning students. Today we are going to learn about components of hydrological cycle. There are 6 types of components of hydrological cycle. Already we learned evapotranspiration, condensation and precipitation. Today we are going to learn about infiltration, percolation and runoff. Components of hydrological cycle. There are 6 main components of hydrological cycle. They are evapotranspiration, condensation, precipitation, infiltration, percolation and runoff. Last week we learnt evaporation, condensation and precipitation. This week we are going to learn about infiltration, percolation and runoff. Infiltration. Infiltration occurs near the surface of the soil and delivers water from the surface into the soil and plant rooting zone. Percolation moves it through the soil profile and rock layers to form the groundwater. First we have to learn about infiltration. Water entering the soil at the surface of the ground is termed as infiltration. Infiltration allows the soil temporarily to store water, making it available for plants, use and organisms in the soil. Infiltration is important process where rainwater soaks into the ground through the soil and underlying the rock layers. Some of this water ultimately returns to the surface through springs or low spots downhills. Some of the water remains underground and is called groundwater. The rate of infiltration is influenced by the physical characteristics of the soil, vegetative covers, moisture content of the soil, soil temperature and rainfall intensity. The term infiltration and percolation are often used interchangeably. Percolation. Percolation is the process of a liquid moving slowly through a substance that has very small holes in it. The process of something spreading slowly. So far we haven't seen much percolation of higher energy prices through to retire. The percolation is the filtration of a liquid for extraction or purification. Filtration, the act of changing a fluid by passing it through a filter. Next one is process of percolation. Percolation is the downward movement of infiltrate water through soil and rock layers. Infiltration occurs near the surface of the soil and delivers water from the surface into the soil and plant root zones. Percolation moves the infiltrated water through the soil profile and rock layers, which leads to the formation of the groundwater or become a part of subsurface runoff process. Thus the percolation process represents the flow of water from unsaturated zone to the saturated zone. Next one is runoff. Runoff is the water that is pulled by gravity across land surface. It replenishes groundwater and surface water as it percolates into aquifer. It is an underground layer of water-bearing rocks or moves into rivers, stream and watershed. It comes from unabsorbed water from rain, snow melt, irrigation or other sources comprising a significant element in the water cycle as well as the water supply when it drains into a watershed. Process of runoff. Runoff is also a major contributor to the erosion which cause out canyons, gorges and related landforms. The amount of runoff that can happen depends on the amount of rainfall, porosity of soil, vegetation and slope. Only about 35% of precipitation ends up in the seas or ocean, and the other 65% is absorbed into the soil. Surface runoff is the movement of water across the soil surface towards the stream channel. Interflow is the relatively rapid movement of water below the soil surface towards the stream channel, typically within 72 hours of when water infiltrates the surface. The process is more likely in areas with deep soil. Types of runoff. Based on the time interval between the instance of rainfall and generation of runoff, and runoff may be classified into the following three types. Surface runoff. It is the portion of rainfall which enters the stream immediately after the rainfall. It occurs when the rainfall is longer, heavier and exceeds the rate of infiltration. In this condition, the excess water makes a head over the ground surface, which tends to move from one place to another following land gradient and is known as overland flow. When the overland flow joins the streams, channels or ocean, it is termed as surface runoff or surface flow. Subsurface runoff. Subsurface runoff, the water that has entered the subsoil and moves laterally without joining the water table to the streams, rivers or oceans is known as subsurface runoff. The subsurface runoff is usually referred as interflow. Water flows from areas where the water table is higher to areas where it is lower. This flow can be either surface runoff in rivers and streams or subsurface runoff infiltrating rocks and soil. The amount of runoff reaching surface and groundwater can vary significantly depending on rainfall, soil moisture, permeability, groundwater storage, evaporation, upstream use and whether or not the ground is frozen. The movement of surface water is determined largely by the water gradient, type of substrate and any barriers to flow. Last one is base flow. It is a flow of underground water from a saturated groundwater zone to a water channel. It usually appears at a downstream location where the channel elevation is lower than the groundwater table. Groundwater provides the stream flow during dry periods of small or no precipitation. Base flow is the portion of stream flow that comes from the sum of deep subsurface flow and delayed shallow subsurface flow. It should not be confused with a groundwater flow. Thank you, students.